Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about some fascinating facts about Jesus that you may not have heard before. These are things that aren't explicitly mentioned in the Bible, but have been discovered through historical research and other forms of evidence. Fact number one of the most intriguing facts about Jesus is that he was likely born in a cave. According to historical records, it was common for families in Bethlehem to use caves as stables for their animals and also as a place to sleep. The Gospel of Matthew states that Jesus was born in a manger, which is a feeding trough for animals, and this is often assumed to have been in a stable. However, it's possible that this manger was actually located in a cave, which would have been used as a stable. Caves were considered a common place for the people of Bethlehem to live in at the time of Jesus' birth. Many families used to use caves as stables for their animals and also as a place to sleep. They were also used to store food and other goods, and were often used as places of refuge during times of conflict. The Bible mentions in Matthew 2:11 that Jesus was born in a manger, which is a feeding trough for animals. This is often assumed to have been in a stable, but it's possible that it was actually located in a cave. This is supported by the fact that the Church of the Nativity was built over the traditional site of Jesus' birth is located in a cave. The church has been a place of pilgrimage for Christians for centuries, and it is believed that the cave beneath the church is the actual birthplace of Jesus. This theory also matches with the fact that the Bible mentions that Jesus was born in Bethlehem, which means house of bread in Hebrew, and the caves in Bethlehem were used for storage of grains and bread. In conclusion, it is likely that Jesus was born in a cave, which would have been used as a stable for animals and also as a place for the Holy Family to sleep. This theory is supported by historical records and the fact that the traditional site of Jesus' birth, the Church of the Nativity, is located in a cave. Fact number 2, another interesting fact is that Jesus was probably not born on December 25th. The Bible doesn't give an exact date for Jesus' birth, but it's believed that it most likely occurred in the springtime. December 25th was chosen as Jesus' birthday by the early church to coincide with the Roman festival of Saturnalia, a popular pagan celebration at the time. The Bible mentions that Jesus was born during the reign of King Herod and during the time of a census, which scholars believe was in 460 AD, which matched with the springtime. The Bible does not give an exact date for the birth of Jesus, but it does give some clues as to when it may have occurred. For example, the Bible states that Jesus was born during the reign of King Herod, and that he was alive at the time of a census that was taken by the Roman Empire. A census which is believed to have been taken in the year 6 or 7, and would have required everyone to return to their hometown to be counted. This would have been a significant event, and would have likely been recorded by historians at the time. Scholars believe that Jesus was born around 426 AD. This theory is supported by the fact that King Herod died in 4 BC, and the Bible does not indicate that Jesus was born before his death. The early church shows December 25th as the birthday of Jesus to coincide the Roman festival of Saturnalia, which was a popular pagan celebration at the time. The festival was a time of feasting, gift-giving, and the decoration of houses with arts, and it was celebrated in the Roman Empire for several days around the winter solstice. The church chose this date in an effort to convert pagans to Christianity, and the celebration of Christmas on December 25th became widely accepted by the 4th century. Fact number many people are surprised to learn that Jesus was likely not a carpenter. As is commonly portrayed, the Bible actually refers to Jesus as a tekton, which is a Greek word that can mean a variety of things, including builder, craftsman, or artisan. It is possible that Jesus worked with stone rather than wood, as there's evidence that many stonemasons in the area were also called tektons. Jesus was referred as the son of a tekton in Mark 6:3, which is translated as carpenter in some versions of the Bible, but it could also refer to any skilled worker. The Bible refers to Jesus as a tekton in Mark 6:3, which is translated as carpenter in some versions of the Bible. However, the word tekton is a Greek word that can mean a variety of things, including builder, craftsman, or artisan. The word carpenter is not an accurate translation of the word tekton, and doesn't give a clear understanding of Jesus' profession. It is possible that Jesus worked with stone rather than wood. There's evidence that many stonemasons in the area were also called tektons. Stonemasonry was a common profession in Palestine during the time of Jesus, and it would have been a skilled and respected trade. Many of the structures in the area were made of stone, including the temple in Jerusalem. It is also possible that Jesus worked with both stone and wood, as the word tekton is a wide term that could include different types of skilled manual labor. In conclusion, Jesus was referred to as the son of a tekton in Mark 6:3, which is translated as carpenter in some versions of the Bible, but it could also refer to any skilled worker, such as a stonemason, builder, or an artisan. The word carpenter is not an accurate translation of the word tekton and doesn't give a clear understanding of Jesus' profession. Jesus might have worked with stone or wood or both, and his profession would have been a skilled and respected trade. Fact number 4, Jesus was likely not a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man as often depicted in art. Historically, it is believed that Jesus would have had dark hair and olive skin, as he was from the Middle East. The Bible doesn't mention the physical appearance of Jesus, but the people from the Middle East tend to have dark hair and olive skin. The Bible doesn't mention the physical appearance of Jesus, but it's believed that he would have had dark hair and olive skin, as he was from the Middle East. The people from this region tend to have these physical characteristics, which is the most likely appearance of Jesus. The image of Jesus with blonde hair and blue eyes is a product of Western art and culture, and is not based on any historical or biblical evidence. This representation of Jesus is believed to be influenced by the European artists who portrayed him in this way, as well as a desire to make Jesus more relatable to Western audiences. It's important to note that the physical appearance of Jesus is not the most important aspect of his identity. The Bible emphasizes Jesus' spiritual nature and teachings rather than his physical appearance. In conclusion, the Bible doesn't mention the physical appearance of Jesus, but historically it's believed that Jesus would have had dark hair and olive skin, as he was from the Middle East. The image of Jesus with blonde hair and blue eyes is a product of Western art and culture, and is not based on any historical or biblical evidence. The physical appearance of Jesus is not the most important aspect of his identity. What matters is his teachings and spiritual nature. Fact number 5, finally, it is believed that Jesus may have been able to speak multiple languages. The Bible tells us that Jesus spoke Aramaic, the common language at the time in Palestine, but it's also possible that he spoke Greek and Hebrew as well, and this is because Jesus would have been fluent in the language spoken by the Jewish people of his time, which would have been Hebrew and Aramaic as well as Greek, the language of the empire. The Bible tells us that Jesus spoke Aramaic, which was the common language at the time in Palestine. However, it's also possible that Jesus spoke other languages. Greek was widely spoken throughout the Roman Empire, and it's likely that Jesus would have been able to speak it. This would have been particularly useful for him as a traveling teacher, as it would have allowed him to communicate with a wider audience. Hebrew was also an important language for Jesus, as it was the language of the Jewish scriptures, and Jesus would have been fluent in as a devout Jew. It is mentioned in the Bible that Jesus read from the Hebrew scriptures in the synagogue of Luke 4:16-17. Additionally, Jesus' mother tongue was likely Aramaic, an ancient Semitic language that was spoken in the region at the time. These are just a few of the many fascinating facts about Jesus that are not explicitly mentioned in the Bible. It's always interesting to learn more about historical figures and gain a deeper understanding of their lives and times. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more interesting content like this.